Hello, and welcome to Baddie Pride. Thank you so much for joining us for our very first production of Stew Pot. We also wanted to thank Evil Hat Productions for sponsoring this series. And if you want to have a copy of Stew Pot for your very own, be sure to stick around until the end of the video for details on how you could potentially win your own copy. And start. Hello, and welcome to our final session of Stew Pot. Thank you for joining us for Hearth and Holler. This is such an exciting story, and I'm so ready to get into our finale. So, without further ado, we're going to go in, have our cast introduce themselves, and then we're going to jump right into some games, shall we? So, I guess I'll start with Satine, and you can popcorn.
Hello. Already. I'm Sateenbonnet. Pronouns my name and none. And I'm playing Leonidas. Leonius. Loos. Pronouns they them. And I'm gonna popcorn it to Apple.
Hello. My name is Apelegeuse. It's Apple spelled like Beetlejuice. Any pronouns? I am Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
How close you that? Any pronouns?
Spare change.
Shut the fuck up. I'm playing Katressa Fearson. Also, any pronouns? Popcorn, fucking Alix, since you want to key all the time. Do it twice.
Listen, don't come for my joyful demeanor. I'm sick. Okay. Hi y'all. I am Alix. I use they them pronouns, and today I'm going to be playing Garen Gruff, who uses he they pronouns. And we will leave with Blueberry.
Hi. Oh wait. Hold on. My audio is doing a fucking thing. Cool. Whatever. Hi, it's your boy Bluu. My pronouns are they, them. Fucking who am I playing? Who am I? Where am I? I'm playing Jasper Axsyn today, whose pronouns are they, he, any, honestly, whatever. And yeah, happy to be here.
So excite. Okay. So since this is our finale, we're gonna try and get some story beats wrapped up here. So let's hop into our very first game. The very first one is Festival Day. So I'm gonna read the little blurb here. Your town is known across the region for its spectacular festivals. How do you prepare and how do you handle the crowds? This is one where anybody can play, and I'm excited. I'm excited to play this one.
So no recap?
Oh yeah.
It's really easy. We met our best friend, Rowan, and then we had a natural disaster happen, and it brought us together with the people of the town.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we tried to save Turtle Granny and it did not matter.
Highly blessed, highly favored, okay?
Listen, my shit don't play about Turtle Grandma for real.
Anointed.
Anointed.
She makes sure her altar is tended to at all times, baby.
Period. She said the ancestors fed, honey. Okay, so that's our recap. And I guess now we can get into Festival Day. So who wants to play some Festival Day? Oh, we can take on a challenge from the list or create one.
Let's read a little something for it. We want to do the honors.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you can play as your adventurer or as a named NPC. What kind of festival is happening today? Each player describes one decoration or feature of the festival. And does your character care about this festival or do they hate it? So who's all playing? Does anyone not wanna play?
I'm gonna play.
I'll play.
I'm down to play.
I want to play as Jasper.
Satine.
I do want to play as Garen, but I'm not opposed to playing as an NPC either.
I'll play. Oh, what'd you say, Satine?
Oh, you're muted, baby.
Oh, is it me
Oh,
talking?
oh. We're starting
Um,
off chaotic with this one,
yeah, I
boy.
know, very chaotic today. We get chaotic energy. I'm going to be Leonardo. I don't know. I call him Leonidas, Leo.
Hmm.
But if I get kicked out, maybe NPC.
Oh
Not
my
kicked out.
god.
If you
Why
get
would
kicked out,
you?
what you
If I
mean?
lose a match, I'm out.
Fair
Mm-hmm.
enough.
I'm out. Take me out.
I guess I'll also play
All right.
Katressa then. All right, let's do this.
Uh,
Who would like to describe a feature or decoration of the festival first?
Oh, what kind
I'm
of
trying to
festival
think.
is it, y'all?
Where is it? That's why I'm trying to think of what location should we start it at.
It
Looking
should
at
be
our
in the
list,
Mm.
beats.
we could put it in the
Yeah, I
giant
think so.
hole.
Not the hole. I was also
Nah,
thinking
that's
hole.
too hard for niggas to get in and out of. Well, we do limit magic,
Hey,
so it could be
I guess that'd be
hey,
like
it's
accessible.
based
magic.
around the hole, like Parks and Recreation.
Well, it toss shit
Happy
into a
Pride.
hole.
Happy Pride.
Based around the whole Happy Pride.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wrap it up. We're done here.
Guys,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
coming to the
joining us
Stew
for
Pot,
Stew
y'all.
Pot. It's been a really
Thanks for
great
joining
time.
us so much. And
Well,
thanks to Evil Hat for sponsoring this Pride
fucking
message.
hell.
Like the
They
fuck?
knew what they signed up for with us.
Oh, okay. So we got
I
the
came
Garden
to the
of
wretch's hole.
Hymns. So like
Mhm.
a famous the famous hydroponic garden. We have what's it, Grun Grotto. So that's the beach. And
Mhm.
then there's a tower, and then there's a hole in the ground. Where do we want to start? I think Blue said we want to start at the beach again.
I said beach, but y'all mentioned the hole, so we could do like the wretch as well, and it be a festival like surrounding people, like tossing out the old to bring in the new or some shit.
I feel like I want. Well, okay. I think there should be like a circular sort of table, like off to the side of the hole on each place that has like piles of food. And then towards the back, there's like an altar for Mysha, for whatever god they worship in their pantheon, whatever, what have you, for their ancestors, whatever the case may be. But there's food and there's a place to offer it.
I think this event happens at night. So, do we want to do night? Yes, let's do night
Mhm.
because endless thing. I say there is a platform that floats above the hole, and there is like strings of lights, like those little fairy lights that um line the area. So it's kind of like a dance floor, but also when it's at the end of the night, because it's surrounded, that is the area that people get that moment to stop and throw whatever they want to down the well. And maybe something comes up.
I also think that for decorations, I would like there to be like very pretty, like braided ribbons, but also like very sturdy ribbons, like around the well or like around the hole. Just because this is a festival, the locals know not to go like too far or too close to the edge like of the well, just because accidents can happen. Some of the visitors and the tourists might not. And so I just think that they have taken like the safety precautions of like, okay, there are railings. This is not Gotham, but we still like make it look very very pretty and like very aesthetic. The safety measures that we've taken to make sure tourists don't hurt themselves on this island.
And sorry, what were the other two decorations?
One was a platform, like a glass platform that surrounds above it with fairy lights that lines around the platform, and then there's a point that you can throw things over the edge.
Wait, like a glass platform on top of the hole?
It's floating.
Okay.
And I said food with an altar at the back. So food and places to offer it.
Okay. Hmm. I think surrounding the well in a sort of like maze like structure are hella stalls and booths for people to sell things. It's like it's almost the equivalent of like making like New Year's resolutions. Like, hey, you said you want to toss out your old dumbbells. Like, if you want, you can trade them here. You know what I mean? And that's like another form of like tossing them out. Like a lot of just bartering happening. So it doesn't have to be like a business. It can literally people just like offering up shit from their home, like garage sale type vibes.
I
So do
like
your
that.
characters care about the festival or do they hate it?
Garen is so excited to be alive and be in this festival right now.
I think Katressa maybe doesn't like it just because Katressa sees this as like how retail workers see Black Friday. Like if we own a tavern at this night festival, 2 plus 2 is about to equal 2 million in Katressa's head. So Katressa's like very neutral towards this festival. Like, okay, these tourists, they might have play like stay here for the weekend after the festival, and that's just gonna make my life so hard.
Well, Cat doesn't want to deal with the influx of people.
Mm-hmm. That's so real.
Jasper likes the whole idea of letting go of the old and bringing in the new. That's literally their whole vibe. They're surprised that they're even still with y'all right now for this long.
I
Oh man,
think I think Leo is kind of just indifferent right now. They don't know where to go. I think if there's like a someone who set up the like if we had a stall for our place, Leo would be out there sitting there. Say, go ahead. I'll just stay here. Having
Y'all go
fun.
have fun. Y'all go.
Yeah. I'll sit my pretty butt over here and sell some merch.
Hearth and Holler merch is incredible.
Yeah, it's darts.
Multi dartboards.
Hey yo.
It's darts.
Oh, that's funny as hell. Okay. So I guess we can probably
choose
do
our
challenges
challenges.
now. Yeah. So on your turn, ask a player to take on a challenge from the list or create one you want to see them attempt. Hmm. Let's look at these challenges. Ooh. I have I don't know. Do we want to go in a specific order?
Let's
Or
go
just
from left to right and just start with Bluu.
Ugh, why are
okay.
you putting me on Front Street? I don't have a challenge yet.
I feel like if someone wants to go ahead and go.
Mhm.
It'll be easier. He said, let's go. Alex like, yeah, maybe have a day. Let's go with Bluu.
Yeah,
Like,
yep. Let's go Bluu.
Let's go Bluu.
Bluu, what challenge you want?
okay, let's see. I like the idea of Jasper having is like running the booth with Leo and like the premise of the I just want to add like a new rule to my little what the fuck, Sylvie? Sorry. Sylvie just jumped up here. My new rule to my feature is that you can't exchange like for money, you have to barter. Like that is like the rule of the festival. You come and you give something because you know that's the whole vibe of it anyway. And
Hmm.
so I think Jasper has like a lot of things just set up at H&H's booth, and they're kind of Leo is maybe like sitting, maybe like kind of pushed back behind them, but Jasper's like leaning over the counter, both hands planted on the booth, and is very excited to be here and like just be chatting with people. They like the idea of getting glimpses into people's lives and like the things they find important. It's just kind of seeing those things be let go is, I guess, fulfilling for Jasper and kind of makes them feel justified in like their past actions. And yeah, so it says, the regulars egg you on to take part in a contest while you're working, and they're very insistent. So I don't know what the contest is. Maybe it's like the kids fucking are having like it's like a kickball tournament happening at the same time as this.
Ooh.
And
Mm-hmm.
Mabel like maybe comes up to the booth and is like, "We're down a member. Come join us."
Mm-hmm. And y'all is about the same height. So
Are y'all kicking it on
Mabel and
in the
Jasper?
hole?
No, they're what? Hello? Excuse me? Rude.
That's insane.
That's hella
how
insane.
tall is Jasper?
Jasper isn't like mad. I don't know. I never even thought about their height, but like, first of all, I'm a tall baddie, so why would I make me a little short baddie? That's never happening. 5'10".
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Mabel hit a growth spurt early in the months we've been here.
Mabel
Mabel's
did have a
5'11".
ghost.
That's
Shut
crazy.
up.
Mabel's 5'11". That's crazy. No.
It ain't even been that long since we've been here. It's been like
We didn't
what,
even.
a year and a half, maybe 2 years. This fucking child
Listen,
just
Yeah,
shot up.
teenagers, am
it's a
I
new.
right?
Yeah,
It do happen like that. It do
Anyway,
yeah.
happen like
fine.
that.
The
Mabel is
population is
6 feet.
orcs.
That is true.
All
We
right,
didn't
Mabel
say
That
had a
what
is
growth spurt.
true.
She's
Mabel
swole as
is.
fuck now.
She is. Mabel is swole as shit.
These adorable
They've
little
been playing that
pigtails in.
kickball daily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like
And
the
eat her
idea like
vegetables.
of the
Guys, this
island
stream is
being
brought to you by
heavy.
vegetables.
My kid is like
Correct.
grumpily eating vegetables like for dinner right now. She keeps coming back here like, "Do I have to eat them?" Yes. Sorry.
Yep. Yes, you
Maybe.
do.
Please. Like,
It's
I
good
don't
for
know what
you.
to tell you.
It's good for you, baby.
Anyway, cool. Let's play
Okay.
Maple.
So Mabel. Oh yeah, me. Hey, 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 sir. Yes. Uh, do you want to play kickball with us?
Jasper kind of like regards Mabel with a kind but girl go type face and just puts his hands together and it's like, no, I would
Oh,
not.
come on, please. We're
Yeah.
down a member. Come
Jasper,
on.
didn't you want to be
You're the
part of all
perfect
this?
height too. You're so big, like Lady Katressa.
Okay, Jasper like looks at Leo with daggers for and
Leo's like,
narrows his eyes. Why the
I
fuck?
got it covered.
Jasper like
He wants
looks
under
down
that.
at their outfit. They are covered in like they're like in a dress and like having like seashell like a kind of waist bead situation like looped around their waist and like gold bangles on their arms and they're like, do you see what I'm wearing?
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's perfect. All these people, you never know. Just need to,
You're
I
dressed up real
guess.
nice.
Oh my
I think
god.
also there's really nice looking people. Like, this is out of character. I think there's people who are just like dressed to the nines, out there power kicking on that platform or just
Mhm.
around the field.
You even see Mabel. Mabel is dressed up in a cute little pink dress with a big bow, and she's got frills and the bows and the ribbons and the whole nine. And the bottom of her dress is all tatted and like brown from dirt.
Oh
She's
my
got
god.
knees skinned. She's rugged, very that. Um,
I
I
think
like
so
the idea of like
I,
Tor and Jafan, and I forget what I named their third partner, but like their third partner fucking having been the ones that Jasper was talking to and like joins in on this egging of them all.
yeah, absolutely.
I think what Leo says is just, didn't you want to have some fun? Just go ahead. I got things covered. You look like you are bored here. Go
I
have fun.
I was having fun. Jasper's like grumbling and like is moving around the table. Fine. All right. Let's go. One match.
Bye.
Perfect, thank you. And Mabel like grabs your hand and hauls you off.
You see a ghostly middle finger pop up in front of you, Leo.
You see a ghostly image in your mind of another middle finger. And with a
Nothing
laugh at the end of
telepathic
it.
flicking off.
Middle finger emoji, laughing emoji appears in their mind.
Yeah.
Or emoji.
Okay. So, kickball contest. Heads or tails?
Heads. Can I flip? I have a
Yeah, you
coin
would have
just
to.
for
Is that how
this
it works? Hold on.
that you gave me actually in my dice set that you gifted me.
Oh, haha.
That dice set rolls really fucking well. I always use it.
Okay, so you have to describe how you're going to resolve this challenge.
Okay.
So, to paint a word picture, you are surrounded, and I do mean surrounded by people who are under the age of 13. Some of them are missing teeth, some of them have scabby knees. There's ash floating around, like, because they were playing in the beach, they were playing in the water, they were playing. There's mud all over the place. People are shorter than you, looking up at you, looking at your eye level, because orcs, what are you gonna do? And you see them on this little pitch kicking a big red ball, well, not big, but like a regular sized red ball, kicking it hither and thither, and scoring points in a seemingly nonsensical fashion. And Mabel goes, "Ha, got another one, guys," and brings you over by your hand to the front, like in front of the pitching mound or whatever it is, um and quickly gives you a rundown on the rules. So when you see the red ball, you got to kick it really hard, and then you got to run
What where do I run to?
that way. And she points in a general direction towards a base,
Okay.
and you see another, like a little 8-year-old missing 2 front teeth, smiling at you and waving.
Okay, but is it a base or is it like a field like a home kickball field base where it's like, okay, that fucking like patch of dirt there, or this like cool rock that's in the middle of this fucking grass that you can't see until you're
Yeah.
2 inches away from the fucking
Yeah, of
thing.
course it is. These are kids. So of
Wonderful.
course the base is like an old potato sack or a particularly pretty shrub. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Mhm.
not real bases. It's not like a base, but it is a base.
I think I like to think that like Rowan is in town for this festival, and so Rush and River are also on this team. So like Rush, River, Mabel, maybe some Miss Alms, Turtle Granny's grandchild.
Mhm.
Granny, I mean Turtle Junior. I don't know. That's what I will call them right now.
We're
And
gonna call him Franklin.
that's cute. Add him to the list. Add him to the list. That's adorable. I love that. Shout out to Franklin. Anyway, Franklin was black. You can never tell me otherwise. Anyway, oh,
And
True.
was, and
True.
was.
Yes.
and motherfucking was. But yeah, so they are kind of they lean over to huddle with everyone, and I think Jasper is like taking in that the kids are taking this very seriously. So they're like, okay, let me get my shit together. Like, let's give it our all. We got this. Giving themselves a pep talk. And they're just kind of absorbing these rules. They're definitely asking questions like, okay, so that's first, second, third, whatever. I don't know how many bases are in fucking kickball. I'm just gonna say there's 3 bases. Okay, those are all 3 bases. And I have to kick it where again? Okay, I'm getting it. We're learning. I'm locking it down.
You
Your
got
team
this.
name,
Oh, Mabel genuinely looks dumbfounded. We never thought about it. What's your name?
Jasper. You didn't know my name.
The Jaspers. That's what we.
Okay, wonderful. Jasper just smiles very widely because that's fucking adorable. Uh, and I like to think that, like, I don't know, maybe Alice was like, I feel like he might need this just to make sure you don't get so dirty, and like gives Jasper a like big ass t-shirt to put on over their outfit. Cause I think you would
Mhm,
see Jasper like tying up their dress so it like ties up in the middle. You know what I mean? Like making like this
mhm,
dress into like a romper in a way. They're
yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna need full mobility. Takes off like they like kick off their shoes and shit. And they really just kind of get into it. And I think they take it, seriously because they're like, okay, the kids care about this. They really want to win. I should try. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I like the idea of like another adult having been dragged into this. Like, do you think Garen would be dragged into the match on
Oh,
the opposite
happily.
team?
I don't think it's
Garen
dragged in. He made the team.
Garen volunteered.
Garen volunteered.
Nah.
As a matter of fact, Garen's presence is why you were dragged in to begin with.
I think it probably was like, oh,
Because
I know somebody
Garen's
who could
big
join.
ass was so excited. Yes, was so excited. And he was like, oh my God, Jazz would love this. Go get Jazz, go get him.
I think
And you see Garen's big self with Bobo sitting on his shoulder, bench pressing two kids that are having a very good time with his muscles.
Jasper kind of points at Garen from, like the opposite side of the match, and they're like, I'm coming for you because I'm here to begin with because of you.
Garen's like, okay, have fun.
This little so and so. So yeah, I don't know, maybe like it we were kind of losing at first, are the Jaspers. Jasper joins and we slowly kind of begin to make a turnaround. But
Mm.
I think I like that. I like this friendly competitive spirit like happening. Like all the kids are like locking in now. You know what I mean? Everybody's like locking in. Like, okay, I really want to win. Because I don't know. What if Alice was maybe like winners gets like a dozen free cupcakes and like that's y'all prize. So I feel like the kids are like, oh hell yeah! Like their eyes glint and turn to stars, and they really just lock in with it. Um, and I think we're at a point where like where it's a tie right now. Um Jasper is like up to fucking bat or something. And
Mhm.
Garen is the one like serving the fucking ball to them.
For the
uh
record, Garen's team is called the Bobos.
that's adorable.
Wanted to put that out there. So, okay, did you roll heads or tails?
I did not roll yet. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay. Oh wait, first hold on, because I was trying to read something actually.
Mm-mm.
And our experiences. Okay. I kind of want to use an experience like to make this happen. Um I have an experience that's called Third Eye and it says see beyond the veil. And
Ooh.
I like the idea of one of Jasper's past lives. Actually I think like Atlas would probably help Jasper, the kind of main spirit that they utilize and have been bonded with. Uh you just see like these hands touch Jasper's shoulders and kind of whisper in their ear and then like point outwards like over some way. And for Jasper, it's a little bit like time slows and they see Garen serving this ball. And when you all see like Jasper kick it, it's their leg and it's maybe like four other legs just of different colors. They're all see-through, just kind of ghostly. They have on different pants. Maybe somebody's wearing heels, somebody's wearing like slacks, whatever. And it kicks this fucking ball. And I want to add some flavor to it. It kicks it way out the fucking park. I think Jasper was like, yeah, I want this to be like the equivalent like five people kicking this ball at once. And so you see it fucking Jasper kicks this ball, goes into the sky, fucking you see a star like Team Rocket getting the fuck out of there, Pokemon style. You just see like a little twinkle in the sky, and then like it's quiet. Everybody's like looking at the direction that the ball went, and then starts to go like fucking nuts.
The kids go, "Whoa!" And they like cheer, make this huge fuss. My head canon is that like when the ball went up in a star, it came down and hit Leo on the head.
I love it.
Just like out of nowhere, like, fall.
I think when it hit Leo, I don't know how far the field is. Does
Quite
I
far.
okay, I don't have no connections. I can't do the I can't
Yeah,
do no
no.
message. It's like, where the hell did this ball come from? And just like looks so confused. And as the ball like falls down, Fancy jumps up and eat it. And you hear like a inflation going down in its gut.
Okay, so
And
I
it
guess we
walks
got a
away.
point for that one, huh?
Yeah, get a point for that one.
We did get a point for that one. Okay, so that's 1 point down. We need 4 more.
They have
Okay.
like a red, I think they're purple, so you see like a deep purple mark on Leo's head.
Leo just,
Love it.
the fuck? What's happening here?
So Apple, what's Cat up to?
Well, first, Cat comes out of stealth after hiding after seeing Mabel was on the prowl for new kickball players.
Fucker.
I think Cat, I kind of like a very upset guest is causing a commotion. You draw lots and have gotten the short straw. I think Cat, after the incident, like with the dartboard, is like, well, I need to work on my conflict resolution abilities now. And I think there's some kind of like commotion or something or another going on at the festival that like Cat is for the first time like inserting themselves in like willingly as opposed to like drawing the short straw and just bumble fucking through it. Would anyone like to be the commotion?
I- what you think, Satenius? Because you was
Hmm.
finna say something.
I'm trying to see it.
I'm staring into the dead cat glasses eyes of commotion right now. What would you like to be the commotion? Satine?
I may play an NPC. I'm going to play. So let's see what the commotion. I'm gonna pick the person right now. I'm trying to see what their name is again. It's Rin. So is it in the middle of the like? What would you describe? Like, where did you see the commotion at? Where do you hear it from?
I'm thinking it's taking place on our lovely like glass dance floor, like above the pit,
Okay,
just because
I
I like
think.
that.
Mhm.
Is me also involved with this commotion?
No,
That
no,
was
no.
my question.
It's just
Okay,
Rin.
cool.
It's
Good.
just Rin. Rin, what they're doing is they have taken, they have received some objects from other people and is now tossing it off the thing. So people are like saying, "Hey, that's mine." I'm like, and then Rin's like, "I need to make my wish happen." So throws the item down there. And
Oh,
it's just like continuously doing it.
Not Ren the Scam
you can't
Master.
outsource wishes, bro. The fuck?
That's
How
what
old
Ren
is
believes.
Ren?
Ren
That's a
is
grown
the
man. He was at the bar.
Right, like at your
That's
big
a
ass
grown
age,
man.
you really think I'm gonna wish for more wishes, face ass
I'm gonna
behavior.
wish for let's get the fuck out of here. I think seeing this, Katressa's just like, I mean, it makes sense. Fuck. And we'll just kind of like make their way over towards Ren and be like, causing problems again, are we?
um as Ren takes like another person's, oh well, they had somebody's stuff, so it's like a golden like bangle and they throw it out and it hits the side of the hole and it falls down. And as they do that, you hear like a jingle of more bag that he has on the side. He says, "Do you want to throw some too?"
Probably not. Those aren't yours.
I think Ren looks at you and like looks you over and just says straight up, "So?"
And I think Katressa like also like looks Rin over. And your technique is sloppy. Anyone who wasn't a dumb fucking tourist would have caught you about 5 lifts ago.
The gas. The gas. Man, I wish I had an ability to try to take something off Katressa.
And Katressa does. I activate my trap card, which is 1 second.
What is your trap card?
My rogue ability, Lightfoot, which when played on the field allows me to act undetected. And I would like to basically just sort of sidle up towards Red and be like, how about this? We're on a dance floor,
Okay.
one dance, and
We're
anything that's still on your person by the end of it, you get to keep.
Rin never will deny a bet. And just looks at you. What is it in for me?
Let's see. If
I think they look you over and this says, no, go ahead. Go ahead, Ferd.
yeah,
I have an idea.
yeah, let's say, anything that's still on your person that you can keep and choose to give back to their rightful owner will result in a free drink up at the Hearth and Holler after the festival's over and the rush is
Deal.
gone. And they will shake their hand and pull them into a dance and begin to lead. Do I flip a coin now?
Yeah, flip your coin and tell
All
us heads
right.
or tails.
Wait, if
What's
you
evens?
used an ability though, you just automatically succeed.
Oh,
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
oh fuck yeah. Then
that's
yeah,
true.
definitely that. Definitely that. Then point for me. So yeah, I think Katressa takes Rin and just begins to lead them across the dance floor. Very like miss that one scene from Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the old one with fucking Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, where they're just disarming each other of all their
Yeah,
weapons and
yes,
shit. Yep,
exactly.
exactly. Yep.
They're trying to like as you turn and you like lean over, some of the stuff falls out
Yep.
and you grab it. And then as like you try to like you're spinning on the dance floor and everything. I'm trying to think of what type of dance. I'll just do ballroom dance. I think Katressa and Rin somehow, some way know how to do ballroom dance.
Obviously.
And it's like a constant go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's a constant tug of war kind of dance. So I'm gonna go with a tango. And
Hmm.
as you take some of their use your ability to take some of the wares away, they try to also take it back. And after a while, they just start just oop, they also start smiling because this is like a is getting fun now.
I
Because
think
you're a rogue,
Katressa.
I'm a thief.
Yeah, I think Katressa is also smiling. Just
Mhm.
having the best time that they have had at this festival before. Still with the sort of tug of war, still just kind of that constant back and forth. But by the end, just using that Lightfoot, acting undetected, things of that nature, they do come out on top. Um, and they will kind of release them, give a nice cordial little bow. It was wonderful dancing with you.
And I think Rin um basically has like that. I think you have all their stuff now, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Everything. I think Rin is a black and white cat person, and they like on their ears they have like right on thing like dangling beautiful like a pearl and everything, and removes one of the pearls and gives it to you and says, "This is my gift for you."
And one adding it as keepsake immediately. I think Katressa will take that. I was kind of look down at it and smile, and
Can
they
I?
will. Oh, go
I was
ahead.
I was gonna say, um, that Ren says to you, "Hmm. Okay, let me get this. Let me get this in there. I know when you were starting out with the drinks, um, I did figure out some of the roots and stuff that you were using. I noticed that one of them you displaced a little bit because that could have killed me, but I was really like enjoying the time that you were with well, I'm trying to think what the drink is, with Violet and with Pink and with Red. And I'm already squealing already, but and Rin just smiles at you and just says, "Can I still get that drink later?"
And I think Katressa will kind of like look down at the pearl, smile softly.
He smiles
Sure,
back.
so long as you pay for it, and they will leave the leave the dance floor.
So the pearl didn't work either?
Oh,
So the
this is you
pearl
paying.
didn't
I
work.
This is
hope.
you paying for the drink. This wasn't a gift to me. This was payment.
No. Takes another airing. This is a gift for you.
They
Now
will
can I have a
immediately
free
take it.
drinks?
Kind of jangle the first earring. Fine, this will get you a drink. After the festival, like I said, it's busy as fuck.
Yes. You want to dance again?
Yeah, and they will
So
like stuff the drinks down into
yeah.
their pockets and resume dancing. And I think that's how Katressa spends the night.
Okay, that is so fucking cute.
I think
Katren,
Rin like is a druid and just like
Rentressa.
yes, and they see like, oh,
Rintressa.
Rin. I just heard that. Not as being was it Benifer, um,
And why not? And why not?
and why not? But yeah, I think Ren is on level 1 of romance.
Cute. Okay. So we have 2 points out of 5 now.
Mhm.
So for myself, for Garen, this big galumphing little dork, I love him to bits. The one that I like is a mishap occurs while sorting luggage and you need to track down several lost bags. I'm going to use my experience to get that one, but I'll explain. So basically, Garen, after getting thoroughly whomped by Jasper and the Jaspers, has like, and being like released from being a jungle gym for kids, he sort of extricated himself from this situation and taken Bobo and left. Because otherwise the kids would have had him all night being a big old teddy bear. But as he goes, he sees uh probably I want to say Alice actually. He sees Alice off the strength of the fact that Alice is looking for like her piping bags or like looking for something specific so that way she can give away like pastries and add them to the food pile whatever. Um but she can't find her luggage. Like everything has been misplaced, things have gone left, right, and center. And I feel like she approaches Garen in a panic. What's
I
up?
think I think there's something that Rin did.
What did Rin do?
I think Rin went through the luggage.
Yep. And he did. Little bastard. So, so who wants to play Alice? Let me see here. Here's my experience.
I I can play Alice, yes.
Yay! Okay. So Garen has extricated himself from the children and is just sort of, wandering around looking at nothing and no one in particular. I guess he's trying to find his friends more than anything else because he doesn't know how he ended up on the other side of the field with the kids to begin with.
That's cute.
They probably saw Bobo and that's all she wrote, to be honest.
And honestly, as soon as the match was done, they celebrated whatever. Jasper got the fuck out of there to clean up.
That's real. And left Garen there, poor baby.
Let's be real. That was a gift to Garen. Like,
I mean, maybe.
So yes, I do think Alice does kind of find Garen as they are kind of looking lost and looking for their friends in the festival. And they'll kind of like spot you from like across the crowd, wave and say, "Oh, hey, Garen, you lose something too?"
No, just my friends. This festival's huge, huh?
Yeah, I mean it is. You said you couldn't find your friends.
No, I'm assuming they're back at the booth somewhere looking for stuff or putting things away. I don't know.
Well, I mean you found
What
one, and
about
they'll
you?
kind
You
of
said
like
you lost.
give you a wink.
Garen like literally gasps and then blushes. He is such a marshmallow. And he goes, well, of course, right. So you said you lost something, right?
Yeah, I mean nothing as important as friends, but there was this catfolk fella from earlier. He was going through bags, I think, and oh, I seem to have misplaced my pipers. You know, my little cupcake decorating tools.
Mm, well, that is a problem. Your cupcakes are the prettiest in town.
Of course.
Okay, well, if you just wait here, I'll see what I can find, okay?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, you sure you don't want me to come with you, or?
Oh, you could, yeah. Okay, sure. Awesome. Let's go. And Garen's going to like flail his hands a little bit because he's not sure whether or not to reach for your hand or like move forward or what. Like he doesn't want to lose you in the crowd, but he flails for a little bit, then puts his hands on Bobo's forepaws, like, and just marches forward. A little awkward bean. And the experience that I want to use, this is how I want this to sort of play out. So I feel like the luggage and the supplies and the materials and everything all sort of have a back behind the booths where people are bartering and giving things away and whatever, what have you. There's an area at the back where everybody just sort of has their stuff, like a locker room essentially. And it's been all but deserted since the festival has begun proper. Um, and so I feel like Garen, bustles his way through the crowd, making sure to not move too quickly because, he doesn't want to lose Alice, but also he wants to move quickly enough so that, Rin doesn't get his sneaky little paws on something else again. And so he goes into this back area, like this deserted locker room situation. And the experience that I want to use is hunter sense to know if danger is close or if you're being looked at. And the one that I want to use is being looked at because I feel like immediately after Katressa told him to stop stealing shit, here go this goof troop to go steal more shit. And I feel like because he's a black and white cat, he's hidden, like he's like camouflaged in the darkness. And isn't seen immediately. So when Garen walks into the back and he's talking idly with Alice, like, oh, well, I guess the best place to look is where you started, and, talking and running through this nonsense. Here goes Rin hanging on the ceiling, and Garen gets a sense and goes, huh. And you see his face goes from that doe-eyed golden retriever situation to a more stony mask of an adventurer. Um, and he turns, and Bobo climbs down off of his shoulders, and they, like, in unison, just do a circuit around the room. And it's when he looks up at the ceiling that he sees Rin, and he goes, oh, it's you. Can you give Miss Alice back her piping bags, please?
I think Rin looks shocked that you looked up. and and it's like how Rin perceives you is not a person that will look up
Mm,
or investigate stuff
yeah.
or
I mean, fair.
himbo.
Garen
Very
does,
himbo.
he definitely gives that, so that's very fair.
I think how I don't know if it's like how like Mission Impossible kind of like
Yeah,
thing. Like I
that's
don't
what
know
I
why
was
my head's
thinking, yeah.
Ren is like that, and you see on the side on their hip, there's like another bag that is
Mhm.
like dangling more to the ground basically, and they are just like, if I let go, I won't be able to. I won't be able to catch the bag. So they're in a difficult situation of like, if I let go, I'm gonna fall on you.
Uh, I mean, fine, and Garen takes a step back.
You're not gonna catch me,
You
Ren.
you Okay, well, sure, and Garen takes a step forward again.
Um, Ren lands face claws first into Garen's face
You go,
and tries to run.
Bobo is the one. Garen is a little, scratched up. Damn
Mm.
cats, I swear. And, like,
Ren-
spits out fur. And
yeah.
Bobo is the one who actually catches up to Rin first.
Mm. How big
Because
is Momo?
Momo is like 5 feet, which is big for a red panda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I say Momo, Bobo. Bobo is like 5 feet. Anyways, so Bobo runs and catches Rin and, like, sinks teeth into Rin's, like, hind paw,
Oh,
and
yeah,
Rin
like,
trips,
like,
and
ugh.
the bag falls right in front of Miss Alice. And Garen comes, his hair's all
Mm-hmm.
fucked up, throwing up gang signs and whatnot. And his face is a little shredded because, claws on his face.
Mm-hmm.
But he comes and he picks up the bag just as nice as you please and hands it to Miss Alice. Was this what you were looking for?
Yeah, Ren's like slowly kind of sliding out, trying to slide out.
Oh, no, you don't.
Are you gonna
Grabs him
grab
up
my?
by the scruff.
Very like kitten like now. It's like
Yeah.
it's in dormant. Like they are hanging. Like, damn, they caught me, man. They
Yeah.
caught me.
Yeah. What did we learn, Ren?
um, should have had more pause.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so Garen does, he brings this pile of, like, piping bags and sprinkles and sugars and pearls and all this to Alice, and goes, I don't know what he was gonna do with these, but they're back in your hands now.
And I think you see Alice like has kind of like lost you like through the crowd because you did not hold her hand when you hunter sensed your way through it. So you kind of like make your way back over towards her, and she grins again and says, "Oh, thank you so much." And she like takes the hand from you. You said it was Rin had like taken them for what again? He just has a cupcake.
I don't know, Ren, explain yourself.
Ren is like, hovering.
It's just like paws dangling.
And just says like you know, like the cat, the big eyes looking like really
Puss in
huge.
Boots.
Yes, trying to look cute now with the you know, the ears turned back and
Hey.
everything. And this says like, I just want more wishes.
You
What do you
How does Alice respond
what do
to
you
this?
even want that you need that many wishes? What could you possibly need for these? And she like holds up like the cupcake pipers. What unearthly, unattainable desire would these get you?
I'm trying to glow.
I think Rin kind of like hunched down a little bit more, and it's not cute anymore. They're like, you heard like the next part of the legend, right? You can throw stuff in, but if you want something, you have to throw things down. And I think if I throw more down, I can get the thing I lost.
What do you lose?
Um, Ren kind of like just he doesn't want to say it, but then he's like looking down. When I got here, I was playing around, not playing, but like my mother's locket.
No.
Garen does that, not, like this strangled little, oh no. And I think you see Garen releases Rin from the scruff.
Falls down.
Um, paws down. And Garen's like, well, why didn't you say so? I can help you find your mother's locket. How long ago did you last see it?
I think Rin looks at you, looks at they don't have anything anymore. They are just like that moment of like, oh shit, I told the truth. And says when I got here. And I
Well,
think it's about like maybe I mean they've been here a little bit longer than them, but I think Rin says I was I was careless. Let's just say that when I try to think that maybe trading that off will bring me a bigger prize. It didn't. It just brought me more anxious memories. So I heard once you put more stuff down there, it trades up with something. So maybe the value of all the stuff that I throw down there may be worth the amount of the locket.
I think Garen gives you a really wide smile and says, I don't know if that's how it works, but I do know something about finding lost things. So maybe Bobo and I can help you out.
Rin kind of like gives you like a shy smile and says, I would like that.
Awesome. Let's get started. Come on, Alice. And he grabs your hand this time
Mhm.
properly.
Yeah, Alice was like halfway there already. Like, yeah, let's go. And no matter what we find or don't find, I will make sure that we have some lovely cupcakes waiting for you with proper decorations this time. And she like wags the fucking pipers at Rin.
I'm sorry, like Rin says.
Yeah, come on. And she'll squeeze your hand, Garen, before kind of making their way off to the other pit.
All right. So off we scoot, 3 points the richer. Um so Satenius, what scene you trying to do, boo thing?
um, okay, so
If we use an
scene.
experience, we get, oh yeah, I did use my adventurer's experience, so now I get another town experience.
Mhm. I think the last
Handler.
game that I would love to play with everyone is I had it right here. Well, I had it right here. A adventurer is a little careless in handling a magical artifact, and it goes haywire in the middle of the festival.
All right, casters, let's go. Let's go, casters.
Let's go,
Let's go.
casters! Let's
Let's
go,
go,
casters!
casters. During caster
So,
month.
cast a month, yes. Happy Pride.
Happy
Uh,
Pride.
I think as Leo is still at the booth and it's kind of lowering out because now it's the end of the night. People are not coming up as much. The merch is looking low. The darts are low. It seemed like that's a hit for some reason. Um, as Leo gets up and kind of like starts to put things in, start packing things away. They see the ending, what's it called? The ending ceremony of the festival. So there's people lined up and they're all around that area where near the edge, and they're taking out an item for themselves that they enjoy or they love. And there is like a moment of like someone saying, um, release the old, bring in the new, and everyone just starts tossing it. So who is involved with the tossing?
Hmm. I can be an NPC who's tossing stuff.
If you want to be NPC, or do you want to be your character?
Oh, no, Garen would get in on this. I think Bobo would too, but Bobo's a familiar.
Fancy's there.
Fancy's there. Okay, bet.
What about you, Blue?
Yeah. Jasper will participate. They'll be throwing out the first matchmaking sign that they made.
No bullshit. I was thinking about throwing out my hammer.
What is Katressa throwing? Or is Katressa doing it?
I think Katressa is also participating. I think that Katressa has they're like dark sunglasses, kind of like in their hands. I think they've gotten a bit more used to the light up here now after spending so much time here.
And you see like in the middle of the floor like a older, I think it's gonna be Turtle Granny, like, because I feel like Turtle Granny is like the oldest person here.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
my was that
Mysha.
Mysha's favorite.
Mhm.
So basically they have always ended the ceremony, and as people throws their stuff over the net, over the ropes and everything, no one's like that close. People are pushing back the torch. They're like, hey, you don't want to fall in here, throw your things at a distance, please. You see like over kind of like a zealous kind of adventurer. I'm just gonna name this. This person is Asimar. Let's do a cloud Asimar, and they are like pretty much a if you think about that marshmallow guy.
Yeah, the Michelin Man.
Yes, but it's all just made of clouds. And they have like something like really big, like a huge kind of like like a, let's say, like a jar or something that it's swimming in it.
Hey yo.
So like you see like in like Vixit, what is it, thick liquid of
Mhm.
green, you see like a um little creature just skittering inside of it, basically. So as they try to like throw it over someone kind of like knocks them, uh, automatically, and it crashes to the floor. And you immediately hear like a skidding scream as the creature is kind of like, it's just a body of like, starts off like a little body of like let's say like a Reese's cup, and it spans out with its spider legs kind of, and it just starts attacking like the items around. Like anything that looks like it's an item, they're eating it.
Oh,
Mhm.
it's like a reverse mimic. Okay, cool. So let's take it before Garen. I think before Garen throws the hammer in, sees this commotion, rushes forward, like stone faced again, ready to like. Homie got PTSD for real. He's really ready to like tear this spider a new one for real.
So like the spider is like a, you know how like a Reese's cup on the top, there's a mouth right there, and it just widens it out. It's like open up and down. Like yeah, it's leading up and just trying to eat other people's items because as you said, it's a reverse mimic, so they need stuff in its body. And
Yeah.
the adventurer is like, we need to get it quick. It's gonna get bigger.
Okay. Garen does not speak. He and Bobo leap into action. And I think he's gonna take his big ass dragon bone obsidian black hammer and start pounding on this thing. Hulk smash! Boom, boom, boom. Type shit.
Jasper is trying to like preemptively grab things. They're like spirits who step out from like their body and they kind of go all in different directions and they're just trying to scoop up things for people so that way this thing doesn't eat them. They're like, oh god damn it, there's always something. And then trying to just they have like a whole arm full of
Fighting up.
random items like, using their
Mm-hmm.
sign as, like, a tray and is grabbing things.
I think Leo comes on the dance floor. Panic at the dance floor. Thank you very much. Happy Pride. And like what they have only is they have that thing on them, so they got their hammer, and like now they are like instead of a sword, they have like the ability now to hold that not a really big hammer, but it's like a one-handed like kind of mallet, and is trying to physically uh like hit the legs of it as it spreads out more and more as it's trying to eat. Because Jasper is like, take away the items. You have most of the items, Jasper. It's going after you.
Yeah. Thing is smart and annoying.
When the thing, like, changes direction and it and Jasper lock eyes from across the fucking dance floor, Jasper immediately begins to, like, run away. Um, like, beating feet, and they're like, "I hate this." Jasper is not a physical person, and they're like, "Why am I running?" And they begin to fly because they do have wings. They just forgot to use
Listen, everybody's got a plan until the reverse mimic comes barreling at you from the dance floor.
fucking terrifying. So Jasper instead uses their like little purple and fuchsia and like blue colored moth wings. There are like circles on them that look like eyes and they blink and kind of look startled at this mimic as if they are like, oh fuck. And they just
it's
kind
going.
of
It's like it's going like this, seeing you up
kind
there.
of like,
It's trying
yeah,
to see if you're
going
gonna
side
fall
to side.
down. Yeah, like a crab. It's trying to see if
Jasper is
you're gonna
doing the
fall down
same
with
thing
all the
like in
stuff.
the air, like flying
Not y'all
side to
Mary J.
side.
Blige dancing. I'm sick.
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
What does Cat do?
Cat didn't bring weapons to this shit. Cat does not have magic. I think
You have an ability?
we listen. We
Want to burn
have.
another one ability though?
Do I want to
Twice
burn
now.
another ability? We got one more game after this, right?
We do.
Just in case. Let's see. I will instead use my apothecary ability of pipe leaf, which can be used to calm the nerves. Um,
kind of blow smoke into this mixed space.
Truly, I think like Katressa like pulls out like a bag of like recreational herbs, just like lights that shit, and is like, yeah, eat up, and fucking hurls that shit like a baseball like directly at this creature. Just like
Yeah,
this
eat
And
up
smoke
is
bag, just trying to calm it
crazy.
down.
it's like its mouth is already open, so like it's trying to catch Jasper. It's like distracted, so its mouth is wide, and you throw it into it, and it munches again, and it starts like laying down a little bit flat. It's just like sleeping. It's like it wants to sleep. And I think Leo says fancy, and fancy explodes up huge into like it's a giant, let's say, displacer beast cat with more open wide jaw, and chomps once on the edge of the mimic, and then twice, and then munches again, and it swallows it and twists
Jesus.
it back into like a little cat form and says meow.
Does it burn?
No, you just hear like, but you hear like if it was a jumble of like, let me see, cans going down in something like soaring up. That's what you hear in fancy.
Oh, I see. I see.
It's making it
Okay.
something
Let
new.
me toss a coin. Go ahead.
What's heads? It contains. Wait, where is the one?
I think since everybody was in this, can everybody roll a heads or tails?
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
only have 2 point. We only have 2 points left, and we
Well, you
already
have to
got one.
you gotta choose like heads or tails and then flip it.
I got heads.
I got heads.
Um, shit. I'm gonna go tails.
You got
I got
tails.
heads, so I failed it.
Okay. So what happens since we got 5 points total? We can run into do. Let me close this. Cleaning up. Hold on. Okay, it's finally over. As the festival draws to a close, count up your points. If your characters earned 5 or more points, you can upgrade the tavern by increasing a tavern rating. If all of your characters got knocked out, describe how everyone helps each other recover from the chaos. Finally, take turns coming up with reviews of the festival and your tavern's participation from random townspeople. It could be whispers of conversation overheard from around the town, mention of a local newspaper column, or even a social media post, depending on your setting. Good and bad, what did festival attendees have to say about the tavern, and what will your characters remember? I think for the last part, we can just do like an overarching sort of like cumulative thing,
Mm-hmm.
but
May I have a
we earned our
suggestion?
5 points. We get to bump up a tavern rating, is all I
We pick
know.
an NPC. We pick an NPC, and then we make a rating. What
Yeah,
about you, Blue?
I have a suggestion for that. I like the idea of Ren coming to apply to be our line cook.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Listen, Kintressa. Rentressa, it's happening. Rentressa is happening. Rentressa is
I
canon.
feel like everybody like at the tavern, like all like the whole party is like, oh my gosh, Ren and Katressa, and then Jasper, the matchmaker's like, that never happened. That's not going to work out.
Katressa agrees wholeheartedly with Jasper.
We're nodding
That
with each
doesn't
other.
stop Garen from saying it.
Like you can't stop my ship.
No, not at all. This ship is sailing with or without an ocean, bitch.
I think one of the reviews of the festival is kind of chaotic towards the end, but was a fun time.
Yeah.
The kickball tournament, the kick that Jasper landed in the end, I like to think was definitely like kind of talked about. I think Alice and Jasper have become good friends after all this time. So Alice was absolutely like fucking howling with laughter at how Jasper was out there like fucking running and shit. Jasper doesn't run. They don't exercise. Like what? And so yeah, just teasing Jasper about that. Um
Could have flied the whole entire time too.
Could have flown. Could
r-
have flown.
could have flown. Well, no, that's cheating.
Hey, you have that ability,
Nobody else
okay?
was
It's not
flying.
cheating.
No, Jasper will play
Hey,
fair.
How do you know that?
Well, nobody fucking said it. So how about those
That's
apples?
fair. That's very That's very fair. I just said they were grubby kids. I didn't know if they were fairies or not. Who knows?
Same, same.
So
Oh,
what's your review,
rumor about Cat and
Alex?
Ren making their rounds on the dance floor absolutely was spoken about. People are like, I did not know Cat could dance like that. And like
mm,
Miss Alms is like, oh, Cat is going to be my next dance partner in the community dance event. You don't have a say, so you're coming with me. I saw what you did out there.
period.
Nice.
Red, jabbing, Katressa. Yeah, we could dance again. You ready?
Katressa
Next time.
walks away.
Hey yo.
No, I think another review of the event was a just sort of like, yeah, no, our items were briefly stolen. I did lose my seeds briefly, but they were recovered. And it's always nice when lost things are found. I think that fits with the spirit of the festival. It's guys nice to know that some people did find the spirit of the festival, whereas others are in.
Others are Ren.
Others are friend is so funny. I love Creed. Big fan.
Alice, do you have a review, or do we want to
I
end it?
think my review is from Mabel's parents because I feel like Mabel's parents and like just the parents of the neighborhood in general, like giving kudos to the people who run Hearth and Holler because at this point the kids have been ranting and raving about how these two tavern owners are super sweet to them, really nice, and they always are down to play kickball. And Mabel is the one with the loudest mouth, but she also has numbers behind her because there's a bunch of kids here. Um, so the parents of the town, the parents of this island, are much more willing to spend money with Hearth and Holler because they know that the people who run the tavern are good people. They're good to kids. So they're like, well, if you're good to kids, you'll probably be good to us too, type shit.
I think alternatively too, like on the bat, there are some people who are like, why the fuck are y'all two grown asses in this kids match?
That's real.
And I think there was also too like some people's things did get swallowed up like by this like reverse mimic, and the whole point of this being like to let go of items that are of importance to you. I think that was definitely like it was a funny thing to view, but it was like hurtful for them, and they lost things that they didn't intend to lose in such a way.
Yeah. And that is one of the bad reviews of the festival. Well, it's been bittersweet. It's been bittersweet.
Good times, though.
Good times.
Do we mind if
So
we take a little quick break here? It's
not at all.
9:20. I'm like, could we take like a 10-minute break?
Yeah, we can do that. Did we increase the tavern rating service,
I
right? Is
did.
that right?
And
Okay,
I
you did.
updated Ren's little description.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let's take it to 10 minutes. Okay. So that was festival day. Uh Super exciting actually. So much cool stuff went down. I love festival day. So the game that we're doing next, we're doing wear and tear, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do wear and tear. Just to upgrade the tavern of Scotia and see what's what. Um so let's go to wear and tear and do that. Our service.
Service.
Mhm. No, we're 2, 3, and 2. Cuisine, atmosphere, service. So service is a 2 now. I'm sorry, y'all.
Let's see.
Because we have more service and more people in. I think Leo will be maybe upgrading the I think people are now seeing that okay, they're cool people like from last thing, but now it's like we're getting more guests coming into here. Maybe more families now. So I think Leo is going to upgrade. Like I think they're on the final level of upgrading maybe upstairs so they can clearly have like a place that people could sleep at to take,
Mm.
spend the night. So I think there's like at least I think I don't know how big our inn is, but if we have a downstairs floor, the upstairs, at least where that area is, I think they have like 6 rooms or something. And I think Leo has like put it in themes. So like, the usual nautical theme. You got the seashell
The
theme.
Airbnb, I'm sick. They just turned it into a verbo.
They
Like,
they got a they got a fire room with a
sick and
fake
tired.
fireplace.
I'm sick and fucking tired.
They're crafty, like now on a level right now. I think this is like maybe a year and maybe 5 months. I'm just around there.
Yeah, it's definitely around 18 months.
Leo's carpenter skills has gotten changed more into more beauty stuff. So like it's interior design level now instead. So they're getting more trader stuff of like seeing, okay, I made this chair, but how do I make it look beautiful? And that's what their level is right now.
So I hear you, and I don't disagree. I would like to present also these thoughts. Firstly, based on what you said you are interior decorator level. I was looking at the ratings things. Would you want to add, if you're interior decorator, would you want to add that to service? Or would you want to add that to atmosphere?
Oh, for me, I'm just doing it in general because of that.
I see. I see.
It's
So
just
this
my
is your
flavor. Yeah,
rating.
that's what I'm
I
I'm
feel
adding
you.
to it. Then we could figure out what we want it to end.
Okay. So, okay. Well, following that example, I would say Garen has done a full year of planting at this point. And this sounds like it's not related, but I promise it is. Anyways, I was watching this TikTok yesterday, and this guy was talking about how you're not supposed to garden the first year of you getting a house. Garen didn't follow that rule. So his harvest this next year, in the next 6 months of the tavern, is so much more bountiful. It's so much more like huge and vibrant and flavorful. His tomatoes taste like they have garlic in them. His green onions taste extra oniony. Like it's great. He has this he's cool with Creed from Creed Seeds. So he always gets the top of the line premium seeds, the best thing that Creed's got to offer, because Creed is a real one. He's also got fertilizer, I'm gonna say, from Turtle Granny. And like, yeah, from the turtles. So he's got like fertile or access to fertilizer from her. And she also makes like knits or crochets him little like scarecrow crows, like scarecrow things, so that way like nothing goes and attacks his garden or whatever. and he has gotten, because he was planting with lack of experience before, and now he knows what he's doing, the harvests are better. And I think that provides more high quality produce, not just for the kitchen at Hearth and Holler, but for the community as a whole. Because he has a relatively big garden. Like, it's not a field, but it is a relatively big garden. And like, we can't use all that produce. Like, even with, especially with as bountiful and as green a thumb as he's got, we can't use all of that. So I think I give a bunch of it away. And I always, anytime I go and pick up seeds, I have a fresh rose for Alice, or a fresh bouquet, because he never gave up on his gardening either, his flower gardening either. So yeah, that's how Garen has changed. Who's next? Go, 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 go.
I think Katressa's like addition does like also have to do like with Garen. Since the festival, they did lose like an entire bag of some good pipe leaf. So I think that above all, Katressa is like getting into gardening more and kind of like leaning on Garen to grow like non-poisonous plants and like growing their herbs and kind of becoming and leaning more into that like apothecary style like role that they are slipping into like on the side of the bartender stuff. They kind of like dole out, various like, like hangover cures and various like other salves and balms to people as often as they do alcohol these days. So I think that since it is such like a big garden, Katressa will have like made her own little space with Garen's permission and with Garen's help. Um, and I think that's kind of what she has added like to this space now that they are like kind of becoming like a proper establishment, and also the less time inside now that they have an irritating ass new line cook.
Hey, I don't think Ren is irritating. I think they
Ren irritating as hell. Let's be fucking real.
Hey,
Ren is
y'all
Ren
are
is
irritating.
That's
just a little
Katressa. What would
guy.
y'all like to
Ren
what would y'all
is
like to do
just a
next?
little guy, okay?
yeah,
He's
Ren
doing
is
his best. He
literally
lost his
not.
mommy's locket. I would be a
it
little
is
pissant
doing
too.
their job. So
Thank you. And
basically,
he's a damn good cook.
a
Thank you
damn
so
good
much.
cook.
He's alright.
He put his paw in there.
He put his
I'll put
paw
his
in that,
paw in
bro.
there. Who the fuck is next?
Who's next? I think Jasper would be also contributing to making like rooms more family friendly. I I know I kind of like the idea of like us building like low key kind of like a tiny home situation, maybe like three tiny homes like around like the property we own that families can kind of, you know what I mean, like go to stay at because they're bigger, they're more like equipped to handle like small children and things of that nature. Um and I think that'd be fun to kind of just put in the work for that because Mabel was like, "Can we stay at the tavern?" And Jasper was kind of like, "Well, there's a lot of things that you could break in there, so no." And Jasper was like, "I should fix that." And so I think they helped out with making things a little bit more family friendly and, you know, accessible for the kiddos.
Definitely, I think Leo helps you with that, and um 'cause I think they are looking to you because they think, like, you highly as what's the key eye for this, because I don't think Leo's good with kids. So they see a kid, they say, "Pat," and they leave. So they're like, "What can we make it more friendly for them?" They seem to like
Hmm.
kickball.
Yeah, and so like I think we build a small playground. Um, I like the idea of like the little cabins, honestly, like these small cabins that are truly just like a little hop and skip away from like the tavern itself. Um, it's just filled with like toys they can play with. It's like, the sockets are already covered. There's like a little projector like in there or something so they can watch like movies and stuff. And there are like picnic tables outside as well that people can like sit in. if they like just wanted to, just be outside, have their dinner outside or whatever.
So Hearth and Holler has become not just a tavern, but like a community hub, like a community hearth
Aw,
almost. Hearth
I
and
love that.
Holler, where we have a hearth and the kids holler because they
Yep.
loud outside and they always come in smelling like outside.
That's exactly why Jasper was like, no, they need an entirely separate area.
Yeah, because also
Yeah.
where the drinks happening, the parties in the night.
Exactly,
Yeah. You
exactly.
know what?
There's like a little
I'm gonna
connected section that has like it's like the front of the fucking tavern and then the bar and then like that back area of the kitchen. And there's another door that connects like the kitchen to like a little gathering, like eating area without like alcohol for people who like are in the suites or even just, people who just have children or like those who don't want to drink alcohol. It doesn't have to just be children. Um, and
Yeah.
just like this little, it's a definitely like a smaller dining area than our usual dining area, but just like this little pocket for them.
Ooh, you know what?
I think we're leveling up the atmosphere.
I think we are leveling up the
Hmm.
atmosphere because I was just thinking about it. Garen would happily allow the kids to run up one side of him and down the other because he's just built like that. But also, that would be a really cool way to keep the kids occupied, like teach them how to garden.
Yeah, like, when school is out, maybe fucking Hearth and Holler
Yeah.
has like a little day program, like a little summer camp program.
Yeah. A little day program. And Ren finally meets people that are as annoying as he is.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
we
think
make Ren host
Ren.
cooking classes.
Oh yeah, I think Ren. I think Ren is like that because they didn't have like a version of like a dedication to something. Now that they are
They didn't have
focused
like a
on
guide or purpose.
yes, so
Yeah.
they have the abilities. They are someone who knows how to do.
They just needed a
Um,
chance.
yes, pretty much.
I love that. Okay, don't make
Yeah.
me like Ren, nigga.
Yeah, they just
Ren
need a
is a
chance. They
sweetie,
wanted. They
truly.
just needed a
And
chance.
he put his paw in that beef stew is all
All
I am
right, all right.
saying.
Canonically, Ren is fucking annoying, but
He's
a good nigga.
He's annoying with a reason.
Yeah, he's
annoying,
alright.
but they do. They get the job
They
done.
get the job done, and they're really fucking
Period.
good with the kids. It's really good with the
Yes.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Surprisingly good with the kids.
they.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they as you start learning more about Ren, you learn that Ren knows plants and roots.
hmm.
I think I'm in my head. Ren is a druid, so
Yeah.
of course they do some crazy stuff. But
That's why he always kept getting caught because he's a druid, not a rogue. Like, what you trying to do?
Hey, maybe you got
You
one
sit up
level in
here.
Rogue, okay? One level.
Yeah, that's all he got.
Yeah, it shows.
It
Rudimentary ass
shows. It
pickpocketing
shows.
Uh,
Hey.
Let's cat pickpocket Ren all the time and be like, "You drop this."
all the time.
All the time. Oh, we could get like a plant thing to do it, so that could be also some little cute.
Mhm.
Mhm. But yeah, I think Ren enjoys it. Like really, they're not. They're still bothering Cat, but they are bothering them more of like, hey, I got this plant could be used for this, and like they're they're more of a conversationist more with Cat, and it is a joy being with the kids. And Leo's like,
Yeah.
I guess they're doing their job.
Yeah. Can't be mad at that.
Neither is Katressa. Yeah.
So it is giving atmosphere. It's giving that's what we're gonna upgrade
Sounds good.
and turn Hearth and Holler into like a community hub, which I really fuck with. Fuck yeah. So our upgrade, we're now 2, 4, and 2. Um our atmosphere says the comfiest beds you've ever slept in, lots of light and good company, adventurers seek you out after long journeys. You know what? I think that maybe Hearth and Holler becomes a place where people like where adventurers meet up with their families again. Like, oh, we become like a landmark in the adventurer world and like drive traffic to Mysha's embrace. It's its entire thing. I feel like this is epilogue stuff. Let's talk about other stuff. Let's talk about other stuff. Are we doing what's our next game?
Well, do we want to do Romancing Stranger or do we want to do? Well, what time is it? It's 9:51.
It's 9:51. We have an hour. So we have time for one more game
Then we will probably have to do it on the last game. We have to
in
end
the
things
rhythm of
by.
things.
Yeah.
Because
Okay, let's
I'll
go
see
for
how
that one.
long that is.
So anyhow, let's get into In the Rhythm of Things. This is going to be our last game for this session, and it's also the closing game of Stewpot.
So bittersweet.
So, okay, yes, we're good. We're fine. Let's play In the Rhythm of Things. So, I'm going to read the little blurb. It says, time passes, rough edges are sanded down. Before you know it, life in town has become like breathing. You gather in your favorite part of the tavern and wonder where the time has gone. This is the last game. Everyone plays, everyone takes turns describing a habit their character picked up while living here, then proceed to the ending questions. And there's a bunch of ending questions. So, we're having a little kickback in the tavern. What has the day been like before like we've closed up? What is our normal day? Because I'm gonna say like
Let's
would
say
it make
this is a
sense for this to
2-year
be like a couple?
anniversary.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Can I have the brain cell back, please? Thank you. So let's have a 2-year anniversary. Like, is it after we're closing up on the 2-year anniversary?
Maybe it's like during the party. The whole town has been invited. The tavern is fucking jumping. And we just end up finding each other amongst all the busyness. And I feel like, for example, like Alice kind of shoos Cat off and it's like, go enjoy yourself, like this is your night, go have a good time. And so Alice like takes over the bar, and like Tor and Jafon and their third mysterious partner like shoos Jasper off, and it's like, listen, we can wait, we can, do the table and make sure people stay, keep their wits about them. Miss Alms absolutely smacks Garen very lovingly on the back and is like, get on out of here. You need to just take a moment to sit your ass down somewhere. And what is the name of Leo's cat again?
Fancy.
Fancy.
Fancy looks at Leo and like, leave. I got this.
Fancy is so scary, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy is a
Terrifying. I love
lovely.
Fancy.
Fancy is incredible. Fancy
Yes.
is everything that I want in a cat, but that
Ooh,
is a fucking terrifying
It didn't
animal.
matter if
let
Juno just
me.
one day went meow and not like actually meow.
Dog, Juno pulls some shit like that, he's out of here on his own.
I
He's
Sorry.
out of here on his own,
I
boy.
want to add with Fancy. I think Fancy, along the way, has become friends with Bobo, and
Yes, yes, yes.
I
So
think
cute.
as their, I don't know, does Bobo talk?
Yes, telepathically.
Oh, okay. I think
Mhm.
Fancy is getting more comfortable in saying single words.
Mhm.
So,
Mm.
if Bobo is like laying on the ground, um,
Mhm.
Fancy is like doing the massage thing, like knitting on Bobo.
Yeah, and Bobo's just letting it happen.
Yeah.
He's laying there like a doggone bearskin rug, I tell you what. And I feel like Bobo has gotten like chunkier, like pudgier with happy weight. You know what I mean? Like he's just big and fluffy now, and he's excited to be alive and be a red panda.
Yeah, I think Fancy is learning to groom, so it's not going well. So I think there's a
Yeah.
bald patch on Bobo's like head.
It's right at the back where his shooting star is supposed to be.
Yes. And it's like Fancy just saying fun like over and over.
Fun,
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 fun.
fun, fun. And
Jasper has learned to
Bobo
mentally block Fancy's voice out. Cause it still unsettles them. They deeply love Fancy, even has tea with Fancy, like just one-on-one time. And some fucking sunbathe together. It always unsettles them hearing Fancy talk.
Cause homie got the nerve to enunciate. Like, what
Exactly.
you
Face like,
mean?
babe,
Fun,
I don't know.
fun.
They're like,
You
So
barely
fun,
have teeth. How are you making an F
fun,
now?
it activates
fun.
Faye's fucking fight or flight system, but like they recognize they are not in danger.
Just those old adventure instincts. That's
Yep.
all.
You'll know when you're in danger.
I feel like I feel like Fancy said that one day. That's the longest sentence Fancy has ever said, and it was just Jasper and Fancy, and nobody believes Jasper.
At all.
Just drinking the
You know what?
tea.
No, Garen would believe you. Garen just would also believe other people saying one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Oh my god.
I think if we're going kind of like back and forth, and I think like they're in a fancy is just massaging Bobo. I think there's a moment where Leo kind of pulls Jasper away for a moment, and I think they have like a sunroom or a tea room, or would you say they
That's the
pushed us out
matchmaking
of the
room.
inn? Oh yeah, was that'd be perfect. That would be perfect. And I think what Leo like grabs you by your hand and takes you into the room. You see all your like medals, all the people you have basically match made together. There's like even more. There's like now it's like a wall of keepsakes of people who saying like thank you Jasper for bringing me my fourth partner, thank you for like hooking us up and everything. And Leo notices that there's nothing for you, and Leo says sit down.
I think Jasper's a little tipsy at this moment and is like giggling and is like, "What is this? Why? What's up?" And they will sit daintily on a chair.
Leo also follows the daintily, sits down, and just drags the chair closer, and says to you, "You remember that conversation we had about us being in our power or our abilities, putting us away from present?
Oh God, so isn't that about a year ago now? That was so long ago.
Maybe, maybe a little bit more than that, because I haven't really took the chance to look at your. I don't. I think like Leo put their hands up. I haven't really looked at anything other than predictions of things breaking, falling apart, and nothing that it will hint me to look in the future anymore. But Jasper, are you still concerned about your future? Because I
Hmm.
haven't seen you date anyone recently.
Jasper's smile falters a little bit, but Jasper, uh, after like being caught off guard there, his smile widens. Well, it's hard to break old habits, friend.
Leo smiles and says to you, I've been holding this back for you. And can I see your hands?
Jasper will like open their hands, like palm up, and extend them to Leo. Money,
I
please.
I grasp onto Leo grasp onto their hands, and you feel like their palms warming up, and they look you in the eye, and their eyes kind of like turn completely gold, and they're looking into yourself, like looking into your fate now as they go into the keeper's net and sees what in the future's in store for you, specifically about your future with, because you had a fear of your past lives being like, what is it again? You said like it never ends well.
Yeah, like every time they developed this like romantic love, almost immediately, like something fucking terrible befell them.
Yes. So like I think as they look through the net at your section, they see the net is broken. And every time there is like a continuation going forward of like, oh, you see this person that you like, it ends. It cuts off as soon as you try to have that connection. So every future person that you have is cut off. So what Leo does, they start repairing it. You can't like you see now that there's kind of like tears coming. It's like golden liquor, like ichor kind of like coming down their face and everything as they take the time to repair and join your future together. And I'll tell you what my ability is I'm using on you.
Yeah, what is
Um
that?
I'm using fate shift. Change the immediate fate of a person.
Yo.
Fuck.
No wonder
I
you've been keeping that in your back pocket.
That
That
is
is
actually so
perfect.
sweet.
they are taking the time to it, but it's a very overpowering kind of like ability. So they're taking the time knitting your future to maybe not to one person, but there's multiple choices now. There is a continuation on your net. Instead of it's like holes, there's now a golden kind of like array on that side of the net. Now it pings with like a lovely melody to a future someone that you love. And they kind of like now project this that to you, that feeling of you will be loved in the future.
That
And that
is
person is
making me
here.
blue tear up. That's so sweet. I love that. You fucker.
I told you I'm gonna make you cry.
You did. Oh. I
So
think Jasper, like,
Leo's
is
yeah.
seeing this, like, is seeing, like,
Mhm.
that net be repaired and is seeing and feeling, like, these these, like, threads extend further than what they once thought could happen, and I think it makes Jasper cry. I think Jasper, like, starts big old fucking tears start streaming down their face, and I think Jasper, he feels a weight lifted in this moment that he has carried since he was a child, since he developed this ability and developed that connection with his past selves and like received that information. Jasper has cut themselves off from such connections since day one. Um and has just been like living vicariously through people. And now I think Jasper like sees that, okay, I can indulge now. Like I can do this now. And I won't like die from it. I think Jasper like just fucking stands up in their chair. Like as soon as it's done, Jasper like
Wait,
immediately like
wait.
stands up,
I think Leo just holds your hands for a second and just says, "Wait." Just wait a second, like
sits back down.
the the gold ichor is like wiping off, and they say, and then leaning close into you. Now we both can be present.
Jasper kind of puts their forehead against Leo's and just has this moment. And I don't even think like the words can express how thankful they are, but Leo feels so many, all of like Jasper's past selves wrap their arms around Leo. Like it's a big ass group hug. You see Leo in this cocoon of spirits and just Jasper at the center of it with Leo.
Yeah. I think Leo says, "You know HP, right?" I can tell you who HP is.
Who? Jasper like sobbing. Who are you talking about?
The mermaid that I was talking to. You should. I can set you up.
That I yes.
Now I'm the matchmaker.
You can't take my job from me.
I think Leo laughs at that and hugs you back, basically, too.
That's so
And that completes all my talent experience. I'm done.
Yeah. Are you the first one to mark off all your adventure experience?
No, mine are all done.
Yours all done too? Damn, you knocked yours off
Yeah.
already?
Yeah.
What's your
The
last
last
one?
one that I had
Okay.
was
Damn.
Danger Sense.
Damn. Okay, Apple, we gotta catch up. We gotta catch up.
Yeah, we gotta catch
Y'all
up.
better got a moment. Get that moment
Y'all
together.
gotta catch up.
Yeah, because y'all nailing
Get
it.
good.
Okay, that's dope. Congrats to you both. That's really fucking cool.
Also, Sateenbonnet though is so sweet.
That was incredibly sweet.
You know I've been holding that since
I
day
know
one.
you would.
I literally when this is a quick thing. I'll leave it for roll for thickness. Listening to roll for
Roll for
That's
thickness.
thickness.
insane.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Listen, ding, ding, ding. Coffee mention. If you want to see our show after the show, subscribe to the coffee. We got something for you. Anyhow, ending questions. We can take turns describing a habit your character has picked up while living here, and then proceed to the ending questions. So, who wants to describe a habit?
Wait, what's the question?
There are no ending questions yet.
Yeah, we're all
there are
describing
bunch of
a
ending
habit
questions. We're just
that
describing
we
a
have by the
habit.
end of this.
A habit.
I think now Leo is more of a, as I said, explain, they're trying to be present. So after doing that for um for Jasper, that was a very big spike of like their ability. So their looking to the future has been limited for them. Now it's limited. So now it's, as they said before, they've been only using it for hammering stuff and um uh doing carpentry. Now their new habit is they don't look anymore to the future for things. If things messed up, if things mess up, so what? I'll just continue and do it again. So they're 100% focused only on the present.
Hell yeah. That's incredibly profound.
I gotta wrap it up. I gotta wrap this
Hey,
chapter up.
I see. I think Garen's habit, I think he has a few because Garen is relatively gregarious and kind of hard to like dislike. He's just a big galumphing little doof. He's a sweet guy. And I think one of his habits that he's taken to is having tea or learning to it's having tea while learning to crochet with Ms. Alms, with Turtle Granny. He's gotten like he's doing like the equivalent of a big brother situation with Turtle Granny's grandson, Franklin. Um so that's one thing he's taken to do. They all get together and they crochet together and play with the turtles and it's great. Um I also think that Garen has gotten into the habit of hanging out with people outside of his immediate friend group. Um, Garen has always been extremely right, Lay Shock. Garen has always been extremely family oriented and for a long time felt unmoored because his family has basically passed away. His dad was gone, his mom died, his grandparents died. Like it was and this all happened while he was on the road and he didn't necessarily have the time to grieve that. So with this in mind, I think he has found a way to feel connected to people once again. Um, because like in all these, in a way that feels real, that feels tangible, not just necessarily situational. And I think he's come to consider the three of you specifically to be his family in a big, real way. Because as family oriented as he is, and as much as he's lost and as much as he's gone through with you guys and outside of you guys, um, it was easier for him to shut down and to be that stony faced barbarian who's ready to tank a lot of damage and always looking out for everybody else. So it was really easy for him to isolate himself in that way. And I think after the last time that he was on like red alert thinking that something was coming to hurt Alice and it just happened to be Ren, like that is the last time that that stony face mask appears again. He just becomes who he always was in the first place. He's just a big golden retriever of a man. And Bobo makes a habit of going into the bamboo forest on Mysha's embrace because Bobo find himself a little thang, and that's his that's his home now. So he spends the majority of his time with like Garen and the rest, but he that's what he wanted this entire time. Not you offended. I'm
I'm
sick.
offended. Why not Fancy?
You want Fancy to be the maid?
Hey, Fancy can be anything you want to be. Okay.
I mean, Bobancy ain't never hurt nobody is all I'm saying. So yeah,
Not
anyway, scratch all of
Bobancy.
that. Bobancy is canon now. So Bobo and Fancy go out into the bamboo forest just to pal around.
Yep. That's their
Just
best.
for
That's their
shiggles.
best friend. They're like now Fancy likes Bobo like at another level. Bobo now is
Yeah.
not food. Bobo is something a family.
Bobo is not food is so great. But yeah, that's Garen.
I think that's so sweet. I love that a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I was slick tearing up. I was like, he shot this family again. Oh my god.
I put it in roles with each other, but I was like, I feel like Miss Alms helps him make an ancestral altar and like to connect.
Yeah.
And I
Now see, that's what's gonna make me cry. So you need to go and tell me your habit. Thank you so much.
um hmm, a habit for Jasper. I think hmm I think the habit that Jasper picked up was just ha always, like, gossiping with, like, the chattiest people on the fucking island because one of my town experiences is dirty laundry. I know the juiciest gossip, whether that's great or petty, or from powerful to petty, and I like the idea of people, like, a lot of times not even coming to Jasper, like, for the matchmaking stuff, but just to, like, share some tea literally and figuratively with Jasper. And so during their off hours, they open up. I think that like at first they were like, okay, you guys can't like keep coming to see me like in my fucking matchmaking office, like to tell me about Miss Alms and Mr. Creed going on a little date. Y'all can keep doing that. But then like now they have like off hours, quote unquote, where like they just kind of like they'll make like I don't know, like a cool drink. Like maybe they even like bring cat into this fold to like get to know some of the townsfolk better. But yeah, I think they even like bring Cat into the fold and like ask Cat to start like supplying different like types of drinks, like non-alcoholic bevs, like you know what I mean, like certain teas or like certain juices and things of that nature. Um, they just kind of approached Cat one day and was like, "I might have a group of people who would love to be guinea pigs for you. You just have to spend time with them." and just like smiling widely.
I think it's like a reverse thing. Like as soon as you say guinea pigs, cat is smiling widely first, and then you say spend time with them, and then it goes right back to like a neutral face, and they'll say non-alcoholic. I have been meaning to experiment that more. Who are they?
Oh, just people here and there. Sometimes the children come by. Sometimes it's Miss Alms in the crochet group. A lot of the clerics of Mysha like to come by. They need someone to spill their beans to as well.
Hmm. And they'll just kind of smirk. Yeah, sure, I can fix a few drinks.
And so that is exactly how Jasper ropes Cat into this. And so now I think it's become like a little tradition, like a little weekly, maybe every 2 week tradition. These folks gather and they like probably come in, and Jasper is usually the one greeting people, just kind of loop arms with Jasper, goes to the bar, loops arm with Cat, and it's like, so, and then drags them off like to the little outdoor seating area. Or, if the weather's bad, they go in the sunroom. Yeah, I think that's a little habit.
I love that
I
so
love
much.
that so much.
What's Cat working with? What's Cat's new habit?
I think aside from the little gossip thing and from the little tea thing, I think Cat's newest habit is waking up just a little bit earlier than everyone else and going down to the beach and just watching the sunrise. I think it was never something that they did before. I think since the festival, they kind of know tossing their sunglasses away after their eyes have adjusted to how bright and wide it is out here. I think Kat is taking this time to enjoy things that she hadn't really gotten the chance to back home. Enjoying something as endless as the horizon and as radiant as the sun. And I think once the sun rises, she just immediately kind of takes that bit of inspiration and that bit of contentedness in her new home and takes it right back to the bar before opening and just is still continuing to experiment and is still continuing to kind of make drinks for herself. The moment that, Jasper comes and mentions, like, oh, guinea pigs, that is her greatest joy of just making drinks free of charge, not for profit or keeping this place afloat, but just because she enjoys mixing, and I think I will use my last adventuring ability, Adder's Fangs, deadly poisons and their antidotes. And I think, over the course of this kind of 2-year anniversary, uh, Katressa does finally fall fully into line with that alcohol is just poisons on purpose that bring joy to people when used properly and when mixed properly. And as for antidotes, it is everything that Jasper mentioned: non-alcoholic drinks, juices for the kids, mysterious things. I think that Katressa, with kind of Mabel and them, Katressa is like having like fun, like playing with them more so, like not necessarily kickball, but like even like the dumb shit that kids do, like mud pies. And Katressa is like being very stringent about like, okay, so the proper ratio of water to dirt to these twigs here as like a nice little garnish, and like trying to like
These
mixology.
kids listen to you with rapt
Oh,
attention.
like
They take everything you say as gospel.
very like mixology, like into these mud pies and whatever fucking like weird like air quotes potions that these kids are fucking making. And Katressa is just having the time of her life, being something more than harm and being something less than confined. And that's the habit that she falls into.
Not Katressa
Bitch,
making
get in the
green ketchup.
DM chair. I've had it up to here, Apple. Get in the fucking chair. Okay.
We're
I don't
working
know
on
if
it.
you're. I can't believe Katressa made green ketchup
Yeah. And
combined.
and what? And what?
The proper ratio of green to ketchup.
Exactly. You see, food coloring is so potent, you don't want to use too much or else you'll fuck up the whole color theory, you know? It's got to be appealing.
Oh my god.
Gotta make it puke
Oh,
green.
All
great.
right. So questions, 2 each.
Questions. We can ask 2 questions each. Do.
This may be all setting up.
Everyone, yeah. Everyone takes turns asking each other questions. When everyone's answered 2 questions, we end.
I think I want to know from Leo specifically, but from everybody generally. What is your favorite memory of your time here?
I think their favorite memory is it has to go to them finally seeing um them doing that afterwards, like doing it for Jasper, but now seeing that Jasper's actually going out other than staying in, that is their favorite part. They also enjoy, like, they still avoiding the children, but they have been going outside more with um why am I forgetting your character's name?
Garen?
Garen, yes. With Garen to farm. It's like I do hammer stuff.
Yeah.
And then with Cat, they don't go with you on your quiet time, basically. They go that when you come back in though, they have like something ready for you to like eat in the morning time. Because they also wake up that early.
Yeah.
But they don't want to
I
bother
actually do
you.
think that Kat has like a couple of times like tried to include like each party member at least a couple of times in her little like sunrise watching.
Jasper asks to go every time.
Jasper is allowed maybe like 1/10 of like the time that they ask. Uh, but
I
I think
think
that they
Garen would have to be like pried out of bed with a crowbar. But on the days when like you promise him a breakfast sandwich or something like that, or like another cup of old school red, like that will get him up and out of bed every time, and he always appreciates that he got out of bed. Oh, next question. Who would like to ask the next question? We can go in round robin. Oh, I can popcorn it.
Um
I'll pop.
oh, I was
Hmm?
gonna say real quick. I know that we said two. Let's just do one each so we could
That's what
just
I was thinking.
so we can end out.
Yeah.
Scene.
Next. Next question.
We got a
Who helped
popcorn or two.
you? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Apple.
Who had one?
Oh, you had one. What was the question?
Who helped you the most as you acclimated?
Ooh.
for moi,
Yeah.
who helped me the most? I think that I would honestly say either Jasper or Garen. Um, Probably Jasper towards like the later end of the places. Just due to the like the whole like the gossip ritual thing, just helping Katressa socialize. I think towards the beginning though, it's definitely Garen. I think Katressa is fond of the garden as well, and so would have spent some of their time in there. And I think that Garen would have maybe even like gone like a couple shopping trips with them just to the last time that Garen was sent with money. Um, Ended a certain way.
I read all the
You
notes and
did
like that's what he's insisting
exactly. So I
as
think
we
Katressa
like
does go with
walk
him
to
like
the
with like some
store.
shopping trips, and I think it's just very Garen's very outgoing and like very sort of like upfront with people and is very easy to like. And so just Katressa being in that proximity and being in that radius just kind of like led to her also being able to like practice socialize and led to them kind of being able to acclimate better with the whole like, oh, being like upfront at the bar type of thing. So yeah, I would say Garen at first and then Jasper a second.
Very cute.
Hmm.
Who's next?
How about we just do whoever answers the question, they
Yeah.
can popcorn it, ask a question?
I'm gonna say not Leonidas, but Leo. What touch have you added to make the place you live feel like home?
I think that's the easy question. They have touched everything in here because they have built majority of it.
Oh yeah.
So that brings them joy that people are like, you know, laying in comfy beds. They're there's tabletops. Now they have like flower arrangements and like tablecloths. So it looks fancy in there now, and seeing people enjoy the ambience of what they fixed and what now it comforts it brings other people. You ready for my question? I don't know who's gonna answer it, but
Yeah.
where have you put your keepsakes?
In my garden. Under shelter, because some of them need to be like
Mhm.
taken care of. Because one of them is a chickadee, if I'm not mistaken. Like a squishmallow thing. But yeah, in my garden, because that's where everything goes. Everything that I hold dear, everything that I care about is something that I've touched and grown on my own, including my relationships with y'all. So, like, everybody is welcome in the garden. All the kids are welcome in the garden, especially Turtle Granny and Alice are welcome in the garden. Everything that I forgot my own character's name. Everything that Garen cares about is outside in the garden. So he's got like they have like a display case almost. Just like a little wooden sort of shelf in their greenhouse. And that's where he keeps the bird that Jasper gave him, the chickadee that he won at the fair, the hat from Turtle Granny, and the picture of Rowan and the rest of the adventuring party. Like everybody together all at once. I think that's where he keeps everything that he cares about the most.
Mm. Um,
That's part of the reason he was so devastated when the hurricane took his garden.
that makes sense, honestly.
Anyways, yeah. So we have asked all the questions that we're going to ask. And we have reached the end of Stew Pot. We've reached the end of Hearth and Holler. Um, this has been a hell of a ride. I laughed. I almost cried. Didn't catch me. Didn't catch me. I almost cried. I was at the edge of my seat multiple times, sometimes from laughter, sometimes from suspense. But for the most part, this was incredible. I love this
No.
system. This was
Easily
awesome.
could have been 12 more sessions with the amount of mini games we saw. We're like, ooh, that one, ooh, that one, ooh, that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as much as this is definitely a game for people who believe that roleplay is king,
Hmm.
because if you have a table like ours, like a bomb ass table of people who really like to roleplay, oh, one of these mini games is a session. This had we not been doing this for like production and everything, I feel like this as a home game would have gone nuts. Nuts. So get yourselves a copy of Stew Pot. You can find it at Evil Hat Productions website. And we are also giving away 2 copies of our own, so stick around till the end of the stream in order to figure out how to do that. I'm going to go around and allow the incredible cast to introduce themselves, tell you who they've been playing, all that good fun stuff. And we will talk more later, I guess. Who wants to go first?
So, yeah, I mean, hi, I'm Apelegeuse. It's Apple Juice spelled like Beetlejuice. I use any pronouns. I've been playing Katressa Fearson, the rogue turned bartender apothecary. Also, any pronouns. And this has been a wonderful time. And I will absolutely be looking into like a home game of this. This is fucking phenomenal.
Yes. Popcorn.
Popcorn. Satine.
Hello. My name is Sateenbonnet. Pronouns my name and none. I was just playing Leo. I'm not gonna say the whole name. Leo Lawos. Pronouns they them. And you can find me in the streets on Blue Sky yapping it up. And also in our main campaign at Echo. Where I play Pet, the baddie whip of revenge. So I'm gonna popcorn it to Blue.
Hello. I am Blue. Hopefully, I think my pronouns are they them. You can find me online as Kyngvee, usually with an underscore at the end of that, and King spelled with a Y. Yeah, I mean, I'm everywhere Batty Bards is. Catch me in the wild, catch me if you can. I don't know. I'm a little bit of everywhere, honestly. And I had a great time playing Jasper. I wish we had more time. I definitely can fucking just keep going with the role play, honestly. There was I want to answer more questions, but we could just we don't have the time. We don't have the
We might
time.
maybe
We have to run
maybe
it
we
back.
can save it for Roll for Thickness.
I don't know. Maybe.
So, I am Alix. I have been Alix. I enjoy being Alix. So what did I play? I played Garen Gruff. That's who I played. I played Garen Gruff tonight. I am extremely pleased with how this story came out. I did not know what to expect walking into Stewpot, so having such an awesome opportunity, an awesome table, an awesome opportunity like this to tell a cool story. Very exciting stuff. I'm very grateful. So, this is the end of Stewpot, but this is not the end of Batty Pride 2025. Please be sure to check us out again tomorrow for an episode, the finale actually, of Chasing Caspian. And then on the 29th, which should be the Sunday following Chasing Caspian, you can catch us doing a panel on Black, queer, and trans experience in the TTRPG space outside of the lens of whiteness. So stay set. Stay set. You gonna want to see what we got coming up next. This is the end of Stewpot, but not the end for Batty Bars. Keep your eyes peeled, and we will see you next time.
Happy Pride!
Evil Hat is going to be sponsoring us giving away 2 copies of Stewpot. So what do you gotta do to enter? Well, firstly, you want to follow Evil Hat Productions and Batty Bards on Instagram and Blue Sky. Next, you want to enter the complete secret code. Once you have all the parts to the code, you can fill out the form that's going to pop up in the Twitch chat right now, or in the Batty Bards beacons, or in the YouTube description. Just a quick note, this giveaway is only for people in the US. Got all that? Episode 4's code word is tavern. Thank you again to Evil Hat for sponsoring this production. Please be sure to go to their website if you want to find games like Stewpot or other awesome games like Girl by Moonlight or Monster of the Week or Apocalypse Keys. Oh, Apocalypse Keys is a good one. Happy Pride, y'all. Take care, be safe, and have a lot of fun. We are here.